Hey there, welcome to today's Explainer. Today we're talking about building the ultimate digital campus. The rapid advancement of technology isn't just making minor tweaks to how universities operate anymore. It is literally tearing down the old brick-and-mortar framework and building something incredibly dynamic right in its place. So we're going to explore what this 2026 higher ed upgrade actually looks like, how it functions on a day-to-day basis, and why it's absolutely critical for the future of learning. But first, let me ask you something right off the bat. Is your university stuck in the past? A lot of institutions out there think they've modernized simply because they swapped out heavy physical textbooks for digital PDFs, or maybe they let you email in an essay. But honestly, using computers to just replicate outdated analog processes isn't a digital transformation. Real transformation goes so much deeper than just turning a piece of paper into a screen.
Here is our roadmap for today's Explainer. We're going to start with the digital campus upgrade, unpack exactly why universities go digital, and then look at the tools powering the virtual classroom. After that, we'll dive into the brains behind it all with data analytics, and finally, we'll look at the future of exams. Let's get right into it. Starting with Section 1, the digital campus upgrade. We are talking about completely redefining the university operating system.
When we talk about the true definition of digital transformation in higher ed, it all really hinges on one phrase: reimagining how education is delivered. It means taking these advanced technologies and weaving them into the very DNA of the university. It's not just slapping a smartboard at the front of a dusty lecture hall, right? It overhauls administration, assessments, and student support from the ground up. We aren't just replacing old methods with a random piece of software. We are completely redesigning the student and faculty experience to make it way more inclusive and effective. When you compare traditional physical resources with reimagined digital environments, the contrast is just staggering. Think about the old campus for a second. It relied on absolute mountains of paper forms, backbreaking textbooks, and notoriously slow in-person red tape. By stripping away those physical limits, universities aren't just speeding things up, they are achieving massive cost savings and actually shrinking their carbon footprint. It is a massive win for the university's budget, the students' precious time, and of course, the environment.
Moving on to Section 2, why universities go digital. Let's look at the core benefits of this upgrade.
Upgrading to a digital campus is no longer just a fun, nice-to-have option. It's an absolute necessity. Think about the flexibility for a second. E-learning platforms totally untether students from physical rooms, allowing access from literally anywhere. And it's not just about access. Engagement skyrockets when you introduce interactive virtual labs and AI-powered tutors into the mix. Behind the scenes, simplified admin processes remove all that friction of enrollment, while advanced data analytics track performance to fix learning gaps immediately. All of this happens while saving money and going green.
Which brings us to Section 3, powering the virtual classroom. These are the architectural pillars of online learning. At the heart of this transformation is a highly connected engine room. It usually starts with the learning management system, platforms you probably know like Blackboard or Moodle, and this acts as the central nervous system for materials and assignments. That system connects directly to video tools like Zoom or Teams for real-time human connection, and content management systems that pull in free, high-quality resources to keep costs down for everyone. But honestly, the real crown jewel here is adaptive learning platforms. These use AI to personalize material to the specific needs of each student in real time. It's tailored education at a scale we've never seen before.
Now for Section 4, data analytics in education. This is essentially the brain behind the digital campus. So picture this. In the past, universities were pretty reactive. A student bombs a midterm, and then maybe, just maybe, someone notices a few weeks later. Data analytics completely flips that. It makes the digital campus proactive. It starts by customizing educational paths based on how a student actually learns. If they start struggling with a core concept, the system flags it instantly, right then and there. That allows for early intervention before a bad grade ever hits the books. Aggregating all this data helps improve overall course offerings and, ultimately, lets universities accurately predict and ensure better student success. Basically, the data ensures that absolutely no one falls through the cracks.
And that leads us to our final pillar, Section 5, the future of exams, reimagining how we assess and evaluate.
Let's be real. Digital exams are finally replacing the anxiety of traditional paper tests, and the benefits are huge. First off, by eliminating human grading errors, assessments are instantly way more accurate and objective. Better yet, that grading happens immediately. No more waiting weeks in absolute suspense for a Scantron machine result.
These platforms also offer remote flexibility for diverse learners anywhere in the world, while actually maintaining way stricter academic integrity. Thanks to advanced proctoring and secure lockdown environments, cheating is much harder. It's a total win for fairness, security, and data-driven insights.
Now you might be wondering, how does a massive university actually pull this off? They rely on platforms like Qorrect to serve as the engine. Qorrect empowers universities to transition smoothly by tying all these concepts together. They offer smart test banks, seamless integration directly into those major LMS systems we talked about earlier, and the absolutely crucial academic security of lockdown browsers that prevent cheating. It gives administrators the real-time data insights that keep the entire digital campus running securely and efficiently.
So that leaves us with one final thought for today's explainer. If the ultimate digital campus is already here, if AI-powered personalization, instant secure exams, and proactive student data analytics are already a reality, is your educational environment actually ready to adapt? Or will it be left behind? The tools to create a more inclusive, efficient, and engaging learning environment are already being built today. Thank you so much for joining me, Focus Learners, and I challenge you to look at your own institutions and ask if they are truly ready for the future of education. See you next time.